Hi and welcome to this episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the lands and airwaves of Naarm where this conversation was recorded. Land which was never ceded. Land where communities came together to eat seasonally, locally and without exhausting resources. I pay my respects to their elders past and present and to any First Nations people listening today. Today I'm talking to Aiven Lee at Yum Sing House. Evolving from its original iteration when it opened in 2021, at Yum Sing House the spotlight is no longer on the karaoke upstairs, although you can certainly still belt out the hits should you wish, but the focus is now the culinary experience downstairs. Helmed by Malaysian-born Head Chef Aiven, who was head chef at Longrain and Mamasita, the menu was inspired by the food of Aiven's childhood and the memories he has of his mother cooking vast amounts of food for Chinese New Year and other festivals. A house favourite, for example, is the crispy-skinned roasted dry-aged duck, which is a take on a traditional duck à l'orange with an Asian twist of spring onion, ginger and coriander. I sat down with Aiven to talk about food, family and finding your passion. Aiven has an infectious laugh, so listen out for it. It will make your day. As well as food. What a great combo.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
Jo?
Yeah, Joe, yeah.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It's a bit full on at the moment.
It's really great. I love all the green. Looks beautiful.
Nice.
How long have you been open?
So we opened during COVID, which
Oh.
is,
Okay.
I want to say 21.
Yeah.
But we didn't really trade.
Okay.
We gone through like 3 lockdowns.
Yeah.
3 lockdowns. After we opened,
Yeah.
I think we've gone through like maybe 1 or 2 while we tried to open.
Wow.
So it was during that period where we constantly open and closing.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get anything going at that time.
Yeah.
Sorry, there are also rentals happening upstairs. Sorry.
That's all right. That's
yeah.
good. It's all happening. It's a really nice space, and that's a great lane. Guildford Lane.
Guildford Lane, yeah, I think it's
Full
pretty
of
popular.
plants, yeah.
It's one of the, I don't know, like they call it like the green laneway or something.
Yeah,
like
I love
that.
it.
So that's where the concept started. So some of the tenant and then the lady that leading the project, her name was Catherine. So she's the one that's doing all the greeneries here, and then one of the laneway to visit apparently.
Yeah. Is that what made this green as well?
I don't think it was, but
No.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, great laneway. Quite a few popular cafe. We got Brick Lane, we got Crimper.
Yeah.
And Crimper's been in the business for like 15 years. Still busy.
Yeah, right. And I read that you were doing food from your childhood.
Yes, that's all. It seems to be where I often draw my inspiration from.
Yeah. So what is that? What kind of food is it?
Kind of food it. So, a little bit of backstory would be because my culture is Chinese Buddhist, so we pray and honor our ancestors a lot, and often they're like offerings. Mom tends to cook a feast, so that's where the love for food starts. I think Mom will cook like Chinese New Year, you're looking at like 20-30 dishes. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Like, so she would start cooking from like a week beforehand.
Yeah.
And then put them in the freezer. So I start prepping all this stuff.
Wow.
It's
on your own
on her own, yeah.
Goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
And what is it, vegetarian or?
No, not always.
No?
So it will start from like whole chicken, braised duck, braised pork, fried noodles, like a special style of spring roll, like you name it, we have it. Steamed fish is a must. Yeah, so there are always gonna be like a few items that you always have. For example, like whole fish, whole chicken tend to be a must. Yeah.
And is that with certain spices or?
Normally,
ingredients?
Normally, Cantonese style cooking. Because I think that's more closer to our background, Cantonese and Hokkien style. So that's what she normally prepare. And then herself is, my mom is also a different, she's Hakka, so it's a different culture again.
Okay.
So there are like, a wide variety of Chinese cuisine. But like, if you say stuff that always say would be like pork's always popular in Asia, tends to be I think the more common protein. And like I said earlier, whole fish, whole chicken.
Yeah. And did you watch your mum doing that cooking and think you wanted to be a chef? Where did that idea come from?
Well, when I was younger, I was naughty, so I want to go mess around in the kitchen with mum.
Okay, yep.
So eventually then you start doing the simple stuff like rolling glutinous rice bowl, to like, wrapping spring roll, and then sometimes you get a little bit more exciting. You help mom to clean some protein. When I say cleaning, it's not, you don't do much as when you're young, but yeah, that seems to always be exciting.
And then what was the step to becoming a chef?
So becoming a chef, always like eating, always like, making food that I like to eat. So, and then initially I came to Melbourne, then I followed the traditional Asian culture where you need to be a lawyer, an accountant, that sort of thing. So right now that path is really not for me.
Yeah. Which path were you on?
Accounting.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that tends to be what this Chinese background is always the case. You can ask different people and they'll tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not wrong. But yeah, didn't like it. So I sort of like went behind my parents' back, and then I started like, you know what, I need to do something else, and I started doing cookery.
Okay.
And and here I am now.
Yeah. And what do you like about it?
I like doing service. The thing is, especially doing busy ones, quite exciting. I know it's like it's all constantly on the go. It's sort of more suited to my personality. I'm not the type to just sit down and sit in front of a computer.
Yeah. And where do you start with putting together the menu? Like, how many things are on it? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a balance of flavours and protein and stuff?
So obviously, it start with, for here, initially we always set out to do more like, to have a menu that's more smaller plates, and just a few main courses. So that's where we focus on. As you can see on the menu, half of it is literally smaller plates.
Yeah.
So on this part, main course is really short, and then just some side and some rice. Yeah. So that's where we focus on. We plan to have like different sort of protein on offer. I think with the current culture, I think there are a lot of stuff that people don't eat. So you almost need to have like something for everyone. And then working with like some seasonal produce, not too much. I think with Chinese cuisine, they don't really work with seasonal produce too much because they often goes on the path of like pickling and preserving. Yeah.
Okay. And I love any kind of feed me menu. So you've got feed me, and then you've got Lux meat as well. That looks amazing.
So the Lux meat is a bit more expensive. So we put together some of our more, like, as the name suggests, more luxury items. So for example, we have one of our favorite, the 18 hours baby abalone. Abalone always seems to be an exquisite luxury item in the Chinese culture. So we've got a baby abalone on there, for example, and then the ribeye. A nice steak is always, it's not cheap to have a good steak these days. We do source ours from, it's actually Cape Grim from Tasmania. So, yeah.
How delicious. How do you do your prawn toast? Because that was a big couple of years ago, I feel like everyone was doing prawn toast, and there was
Yeah.
a variety of
Yeah.
ways.
I mean, to make a good prawn toast, it's really hard. There are like 4 or 5 ingredients in there. You can't deviate too much.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not a prawn toast anymore.
Yeah.
You know, the 2 main ingredients are obviously some form of bread and the prawn mixture. So that's like 2 out of your 5 ingredients gone. So we tried with different type of bread. I went down the path of like, you know, brioche, because at one point there was a craze about brioche as well. Tried it because the brioche is already buttery, and then you try to fry it, it gets really sickening.
Yeah.
Because it just absorbs all the oil with all the fat that it's already contained.
Yeah.
So we didn't like it at all. And then we still end up finding that normal sandwich breads are the best. Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just simple sandwich slices, and then the mix. I think where it really differentiate our prawns to other people is that we really come down to prawn mixture, where we just use a lot of prawns.
Yeah.
Also, we find that a bigger size prawn tend to work better as well.
Okay.
So again, it's comes with cost as well. When you have a bigger size prawn, it's often more expensive. So we went on the cheap route to make sure that the prawns is good quality, and then from all like the shells and whatnot and prawn head, we make some like prawn shellfish oil, pretty much, and then we turn it into a mayonnaise. And that just helps elevate the seafood element of the prawn toast itself.
Wow, that sounds delicious. Were you, did I see somewhere online that you were at George's restaurant at some stage? Was it?
George's?
Yeah.
Yeah, George's was it was a long time ago. This is the one in Camberwell though.
Oh, okay.
Not the one in the city.
Yeah.
So I think a large portion of my work experience comes from Longrain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Longrain, I started off when Martin Bowers was still executive chef there.
Okay.
And then he left like 2 years into my tenure there, and then I've also worked my way up from like CDP, sous chef, and then eventually head chef as well.
Oh goodness. Okay. Right.
So we there for like good 5 and a bit years.
It's it's a long time for chefs to stay somewhere, so it must have been good.
Yeah, it must have been. I really enjoy that place. I still sometimes miss working there.
Yeah.
A good design. The kitchen was well designed to do what it's meant to do. We had a great team at that time. Everyone was like working hard. Everyone helped each other out. That's a great team synergy there going. And then at that time, the whole time as well, we had a hat, so that was something that we should be proud about.
Yeah.
I feel like a hat back then means a bit more than. I mean, it's a bit controversial, but but
yeah. Is there pressure once you get a hat to keep it?
Well,
or is there always pressure?
There's always pressure. I mean, like the owner won't be happy if you lost it. They lost it after I left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think we left, and then like how every other hospitality venue, when someone leave, then you start a chain effect.
Yeah.
And then they got a new team, and it just couldn't maintain the standard.
And so, as a head chef, how do you see? Are you someone who's alongside the team, or do you like to tell people what to do? What's your style of leadership?
Both. I'm quite hands-on.
Yeah.
A lot of the time it's because you can tell people what you want, but there's always going to be some sort of the end result's always going to be somewhat different. I think you can follow a recipe, but if you don't have the technique, or you don't know the method 100%, the result always comes out different. So yeah, quite like to be hands-on. I will show them a few times until I'm happy that they can achieve the result I wanted. And then of course, there are a lot more than just cooking, being a head chef. Your responsibility is not just about cooking food or designing a menu. It comes down to like, you gotta control your costs, you gotta, keep up with the financial side. When it comes to that, I always like to make sure that everything is, do not over order, try to keep produce as fresh as they can.
Yeah.
I think that plays a big part into controlling the quality as well.
Yeah. Do you like an open kitchen?
I mind an open kitchen. I think as a diner, it's more of a diner thing.
Yeah.
I think people appreciate to see a bit of what do they call it?
The theatre?
Behind the scene,
Behind the
there's
scenes,
a bit of
that's
BTS going on.
Yeah.
Not much, but a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, but there is a little bit more than to having an open kitchen. You gotta always make sure that the kitchen's clean and tidy, at a glance at least.
Yeah.
Because if you have an open kitchen and everything is black and dirty, people are not gonna be very happy to dine there.
No.
Yeah.
And I suppose you can't have too much yelling and...
Not too much yelling. I think it just comes down to like calling out dockets to make sure everyone knows what they need to do is sort of where it goes. And because we have a wok, whenever you have a wok, you have a higher power canopy, exhaust system, so it's often very loud.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it feels like I'm yelling, but I'm not. I just need to make sure that I'm loud enough so that they can hear me on the other side.
But they probably have quite loud music in here, do they?
Sometimes. But busier night, yes.
Yeah, be busy, so yeah.
And on the quieter night, it's a bit harder to control.
So just to finish with, what would you, because you've had a few different experiences and you've been in the kitchen for a while, what would your advice be to a young person starting out as a chef?
Oh, great question, because we had someone came in last week to do a starch, I suppose, not so much starch, just one friend of a friend who start working in the kitchen. He's got a nice job at the bank and pays pretty well. So I think with hospitality, a lot of people don't understand is tough work and very low financial reward, I suppose. So it really just comes down to you really do need to understand what you're getting into. And without the passion, it's really hard to sustain. You probably do it for a couple of years and you realize it's not worth it, and then you go back to do what you were doing, and then you realize you lost 3-4 years of your life. So just really make sure that it's really what you want to do. I would suggest that before you start going to culinary school or like pick up an apprenticeship, just go and work in a restaurant, even doing the dishes for a couple months, and see if that's really what you want to do. Even if you're a head chef, I still got to do dishes at some point. It's not something you can get away from. And if you can stand doing that and that's what you really want to do, then you can try to pursue down the path.
Great. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Aiven Lee at Yum Sing House. If you liked what you heard, you can check out all the goodness on Instagram at Yum Sing House. That's YUMSING House. Or better still, get along there. That's in Sutherland Street in the city. It's off Little Lonsdale, if that's even more helpful. And near that really beautiful green lane, Guildford Lane. There you go. You're there. If you'd like to hear more stories from other chefs, I'm on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. You can read the chat and become a subscriber at www.conversationwithachef.com. And of course you can follow me on Apple and Spotify podcasts. I'd love it if you told a friend about my chats, because that's still the best way to get the stories out there. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day and bon appetit.